Most drivers have no idea their car is hiding features that could save them thousands of dollars over the life of the vehicle. According to AAA, the average unexpected car repair costs between $500 and $600, and some of those bills climb past $3,000 for problems your car was actually designed to warn you about or prevent. Studies show 9 out of 10 drivers never use more than half the features built into their own vehicle. Today you're getting all 16 secrets the other 99 AA miss. Let's begin now with secret number 16. Number 16, the gas tank arrow. Ever pull into a gas station, stop at the pump and realize your fuel door is on the wrong side? You back out, swing around, hold up 3 cars behind you and feel like a complete rookie. You've probably done it more times than you'd like to admit. Here's the fix that's been sitting right in front of you for years. Look at your fuel gauge on the dashboard. Right next to the little gas pump icon, there's a tiny triangle arrow. That arrow points to the side of the car your fuel door is on. Left arrow, left side. Right arrow, right side. That's it. Most people think that an arrow is just decoration, but actually it's been standard on nearly every car built since around 1986 according to Ford engineers who popularized it. Suddenly, every rental car, every borrowed vehicle, every new purchase makes sense the first time you pull up to a pump. But here's the thing. This next trick could save your life in an actual emergency. Number 15. The hidden trunk escape latch. Picture this. You're loading groceries, the trunk slams shut, and for a split second you panic thinking about what would happen if someone, a child, a pet, even you, got trapped inside. It's a fear most drivers never talk about. Here's what they don't tell you. Every car sold in the United States since September 2001 is required by federal law to have a glow-in-the-dark emergency release latch inside the trunk. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration mandated it after a series of tragic incidents in the 1990s. Pop your trunk right now and look near the latch mechanism. You'll see a small handle, usually bright yellow or green, sometimes shaped like a little person running. To use it, you just pull it. That's the whole instruction. One firm pull and the trunk pops open from the inside, even if the car is locked and the battery is dead. This feature exists because roughly 1,200 people were trapped in trunks between 1987 and 1998, according to NHTSA reports. Teach your kids where it is tonight. Now for a feature that'll stop you from looking like a turn signal amateur. Number 14, the one-touch turn signal. You've probably done this 100 times. You're changing lanes on the highway, you flick the turn signal, and it blinks 12 times because you didn't push it all the way down. Or you push too hard and now it's blinking for 3 miles after you've already merged. Here's the reveal. On most cars built after about 2005, there's a middle position on your turn signal stalk. Tap it lightly, don't click it into the full locked position, and let go. The signal will blink exactly 3 times and shut off on its own. The trick is in your fingertip pressure. Push the stalk down about halfway until you feel a soft resistance, then release. 3 clean blinks. Perfect for lane changes. Here's the kicker. This feature is specifically designed for lane changes because 3 blinks is what driving instructors teach as the minimum safe signal. Most people think their car doesn't have it, but actually almost every vehicle from the last 20 years does. But here's what most drivers never notice about their rear window, and it could cost them a $400 repair. Number 13, the rear defroster timer. Ever turn on your rear defroster on a frosty morning, get distracted and forget about it for the rest of your commute? You're not alone. And you're also not damaging anything because your car already thought of that. Your rear window defroster has a built-in timer, usually set between 10 and 15 minutes depending on the manufacturer. Look for the button on your dash with the rectangle and 3 wavy lines going up. Press it once and a small light turns on. That light means the timer is running. When the timer hits its limit, the defroster shuts itself off automatically to prevent overheating those thin metal lines baked into the glass. If your window isn't clear yet, just press the button again for another full cycle. But here's what they don't tell you. Leaving the defroster running manually for an hour straight can actually crack the adhesive holding those heating elements to the glass. And replacement rear windows run $400 to $800 according to repair shop estimates. The timer is protecting your wallet. Now for a feature hiding in your headrest that could literally save your life. Number 12, the headrest window breaker. Picture this worst-case scenario. You've driven off the road into water, or your car is on its side after a crash, and the electric windows won't work. Your seatbelt is stuck. You need out now. Look at your front headrest. On most sedans and many SUVs, you can pull that headrest straight up and out of the seat. Underneath, you'll find 2 metal prongs, usually about 4 inches long and sharpened on the ends. Those prongs are a deliberately designed emergency window breaker. To use it, grip the cushioned top of the headrest with both hands, aim one of the metal prongs at the corner of a side window, not the center, corners shatter easier, and strike with short, hard jabs. Tempered side glass breaks in 2 or 3 solid hits. This feature exists because windshields are laminated and nearly impossible to break, but side windows are tempered and designed to shatter under pressure. Most drivers go their entire lives without knowing they're sitting in front of an escape tool. But here's what makes this even better. The next secret saves you money every single time you get in the car. Number 11, the second glove box. You've probably stuffed your main glove box so full of napkins, old registration papers, and ketchup packets that you can barely close it. And then you wonder where to put the stuff you actually want hidden, like a spare phone charger or emergency cash. Here's the reveal. Roughly 60% of cars built in the last decade have a second, smaller storage compartment most owners never find. Depending on your model, check 3 spots. Above the main glove box, there's often a small pull-down door the width of your hand. Below the steering wheel, many cars have a drop-down tray that looks like a solid panel. And in the driver's side dashboard near your left knee, feel for a seam. Pull gently on any seam you find. If it's a compartment, it'll pop open with light pressure. Reportedly, this space was originally designed for garage door openers and early cell phones, but now it's perfect for valuables you don't want visible. Now for a button you press every day that you're probably using wrong. Number 10, the engine braking gears. Ever drive down a long mountain grade, ride your brakes the whole way, and smell that hot metallic burning smell at the bottom? That's $600 worth of brake pads and rotors cooking themselves in real time. Look at your gear shifter. Next to D for drive, you'll see an L or a 2, or sometimes both. Most drivers think those are only for towing or snow, but actually they're your car's built-in engine brake. When you shift into 2 or L on a downhill, your transmission holds a lower gear, and your engine's compression slows the car for you. To use it safely, take your foot off the gas, shift from D to 2 at speeds under 55 miles per hour, and let the engine do the work. You'll feel the car slow down on its own. For steeper grades, drop to L under 35. Here's the kicker. According to brake manufacturers, engine braking on long descents can extend your brake pad life by 30 to 40i. That's real money. But here's what most people never notice about their air conditioning, and it's costing them gas every summer. Number 9, the recirculation button. Ever sit in a baking hot car on a 95-degree day, crank the AC to max, and wonder why it takes 10 minutes to feel anything but warm air on your face? You're pulling in outside heat the entire time. Find the button on your climate controls with a little car icon and a curved arrow looping inside it. That's your air recirculation button. Press it once and a small light comes on. Now your AC is pulling air from inside the cabin instead of from the hot engine bay outside. For fastest cooling, roll your windows down for 30 seconds when you first get in to flush the hot air, then roll them up, turn the AC to max, and press recirculation. You'll feel cold air in about 90 seconds instead of 10 minutes. Studies show recirculation mode cools a cabin roughly 40% faster and reduces AC compressor load, which according to the Department of Energy can improve your summer fuel economy by 1 to 3 miles per gallon. Just remember to turn it off in winter or your windows will fog up. Number 8, the Key Fob Window Trick. Picture this. It's a scorching summer afternoon. You walk up to your car in a parking lot, and you can already feel the heat radiating off the door handle. Inside, it's probably 140 degrees. You've got 30 seconds of misery ahead of you before the AC does anything. Here's what they don't tell you. On most cars built after 2010, you can roll every window down from outside using your key fob. Walk up to your car, point the fob at it, and press and hold the unlock button for about 3 to 5 seconds. Don't let go. All 4 windows will start rolling down on their own, venting that trapped oven-hot air before you even open the door. Some manufacturers reverse it. Press and hold lock to close all windows if you forgot. Check your owner's manual for your exact model. This feature exists because interior car temperatures can hit 160 degrees on a 90-degree day according to the National Weather Service, and that heat destroys leather, cracks dashboards, and makes getting in flat out dangerous. Now for a number you've been reading wrong your entire life. Number 7, the tire pressure sticker. Ever check your tire pressure, look at the number molded into the side of the tire, and pump it up to whatever that number says? You've probably been overinflating your tires for years. Most people think the number on the tire sidewall is the recommended pressure, but actually that's the maximum pressure the tire can handle, not what your car is designed to run. Your actual correct pressure is on a sticker inside the driver's door jamb. Open your driver's door and look at the frame where the door latches. You'll see a white or silver sticker listing front and rear tire pressures, usually between 30 and 35 psi. Use those numbers instead. Check pressure when tires are cold, meaning before you've driven more than a mile, and filter the door jamb spec. Here's the kicker. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration reports that properly inflated tires improve fuel economy by about 380 and can add 4,700 miles of tread life over the life of the tire. Overinflated tires also ride harsher and wear out the center tread first. But here's what makes your rearview mirror way smarter than you realized. Number 6. The mirror night flip. Ever get blinded by some lifted truck behind you at night with headlights aimed straight into your rearview mirror? You squint, you adjust, you can't see the road. It's genuinely dangerous. Look at the bottom of your rearview mirror. On most cars built before the auto-dimming era, and even on some newer models, you'll find a small tab or lever sticking out underneath. Flip that tab toward you, and the mirror tilts into night mode. Headlights behind you suddenly look dim and manageable, but you can still see cars clearly. To use it, just flick the tab forward for night, back for day. Takes half a second. This feature exists because the mirror has two reflective surfaces at slightly different angles. The night setting reflects only about 40% of the light hitting it, according to mirror manufacturers, while still showing you shapes and movement. If your car has auto-dimming instead, it does this automatically using a tiny sensor near the mirror. Now for a feature hiding behind your bumper that could save you $150 in a tow. Number 5. The hidden tow hook. Picture this. You slide off an icy driveway, get stuck in a ditch, or need a tow after a dead battery leaves you on the shoulder. The tow truck driver hooks onto your frame, and if they do it wrong, you're looking at bent sheet metal and a 4-figure repair bill. Most modern cars have a threaded tow hook built into the bumper, but it's hidden behind a small plastic cap. Walk around to the front or rear bumper and look for a small square or round panel, usually 2 to 4 inches wide, that doesn't quite match the surrounding paint texture. Pop it off with a flathead screwdriver or even a coin. Inside you'll find a threaded hole. Your tow hook itself is stored with your spare tire, usually in a foam cutout next to the jack. Screw it in clockwise as tight as you can get it by hand, then have the tow operator hook onto that. But here's what they don't tell you. Towing from any other point, suspension arms, bumper brackets, exhaust, can cause thousands in hidden damage. Reportedly, improper towing is one of the top 5 sources of post-tow insurance claims. Now for a cruise control trick that smooths out every road trip. Number 4. Cruise control, coast and resume. You've probably used cruise control 1,000 times. You set your speed, you relax, and when you need to slow down, you tap the brake and the whole system shuts off. Then you have to reset everything. Here's what most drivers never notice. Look at your cruise control buttons, usually on your steering wheel. You'll see set, resume, and either coast or a minus sign. Coast lets you slow down without cancelling cruise control. Tap the coast or minus button and the car gently drops 1 mile per hour with each tap. Hold it down and the car slows steadily without using brakes. When you want to speed back up to your original speed, press resume. The car accelerates on its own right back to where you had it set. Suddenly, hills and slow traffic become effortless. You never lose your set speed, and you're not riding the brake or the gas. Studies show smooth cruise control use improves highway fuel economy by 7 to 14 days, according to the Department of Energy. Now for a switch on your door that parents need to know about tonight. Number 3. The child safety lock switch. Ever have a kid in the back seat accidentally pop the door open while you're driving, or worry about a grandkid yanking the handle at a stoplight? That fear is real, and the solution has been on your car this entire time. Open a rear door and look at the edge of the door itself, not the frame, the edge that faces the latch when the door is closed. You'll see a small switch, sometimes a lever, sometimes a rotating slot that needs a key or a small screwdriver. It's usually labeled with a picture of a door and a lock. Flip the switch to the locked position, close the door. Now the interior handle does nothing. The door can only be opened from the outside by an adult. Do this on both rear doors. This feature exists because children under 13 account for a significant number of accidental door opening incidents on the road, according to pediatric safety data. Most people think child locks are only on minivans, but actually every 4-door car made in the last 30 years has them. But here's what makes your fuel warning light way more useful than you think. Number 2. The fuel reserve miles. Ever watch your low fuel light pop on and start sweating? Convinced you're going to run out before the next exit. You slow down, you turn off the AC, you start calculating whether you can coast. Here's what they don't tell you. When that light comes on, you're not almost empty. You've still got a reserve of roughly 30 to 50 miles depending on your vehicle, according to data from AAA and major manufacturers. That reserve exists specifically so you can find a station safely. To know your exact number, check the trip computer. On most cars, press the button on your turn signal stalk or steering wheel until the display shows distance to empty or DTE. That number is your car's real-time calculation based on current fuel level and recent driving style. If it says 42 miles, you genuinely have around 42 miles. Here's the kicker. The exact reserve varies by model, but running the tank completely dry can damage your fuel pump, and a replacement pump costs $600 to $1,200 according to repair industry averages. Use the reserve to find a station, not to push your luck. Now for the big one, the hidden menu your dealer doesn't want you to find. Number 1, the dealer-only dashboard menu. Picture this. Your check engine light comes on, you drive to the dealer, they plug in a scanner for 10 seconds, and hand you a bill for $150 just to tell you what's wrong. You haven't even fixed anything yet. That diagnostic fee is pure profit, and your car has been able to show you most of that information this whole time. Most cars built in the last 15 years have a hidden diagnostic menu built right into the dashboard. The exact button combination varies, but on many vehicles you can access it by holding down the trip reset button for about 10 seconds while turning the key from off to on. Not all the way to start, just to the accessory position. On others, you hold the odometer button while pressing the brake 3 times. Your owner's manual lists the exact sequence under service menu or diagnostic mode. Once you're in, the display cycles through real data most drivers never see. Exact battery voltage, which tells you if your battery is dying before it leaves you stranded. True average fuel economy since the last reset, not the rolling estimate. Transmission fluid temperature, individual tire pressures to the 10th of a psi. And on many models, active trouble codes, the same codes the dealer charges you to read. But here's what makes this even better. If a code does pop up, you can write it down, type it into any free online database, and often figure out whether it's a $20 sensor you can replace yourself or a real problem worth paying for. Reportedly, roughly 30% of check engine lights are caused by a loose gas cap or a cheap oxygen sensor, according to repair industry studies. That's knowledge worth hundreds of dollars every single year you own the car. This feature exists because manufacturers are required to build in diagnostic access for emissions testing and warranty work, but they don't exactly advertise it to owners. Suddenly, you're the one with the information instead of the service writer. Out of all 16, the one that'll save you the most money over the life of your car is that hidden dealer menu, because knowing what's actually wrong before you pay someone to look puts you in control of every repair bill. Which of these did you already know? Drop the number below and let me know which one surprised you the most. And if you want more money-saving tips most drivers never learn, hit that subscribe button. We've got a new one every week.